Runner 2049 is directed by Denis Villeneuve, starring Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford. The same director for Prisoners, Sicario, Enemy and Arrival. This man has had my attention since Prisoners. I mean, I feel like he is one of the leading directors of our time right now. Same with Nolan, same with Spielberg, same with Fincher. These guys are geniuses when it comes to this. A guy like me, I was very nervous about Blade Runner 2049. It's been since 1982 since the last one was released. It was a cult classic, and many people, including me, were thinking this will be a build-up towards a franchise, you know. But thank goodness this was not the case, because I can 100% confidently say Blade Runner 2049 is its own film. It has its own style. It's fully unique, it's fully original, and my goodness, I loved every minute of this film. And I think that this film is better than the first one. I know. It's very, very rare nowadays to find the sequel to actually be better, but in this case, I think it is. Denis Villeneuve is a genius in this film. I've seen a lot of reviews for this film. People are praising it highly. A lot of people love this film. It's quite polarizing, but many of the people who have reviewed this film, they seem to have ruined, you know, most of the film. When it comes to many of the unpredictable storyline in the plot, where is that? You've kind of ruined that mostly. And I don't want to give anything away, guys. I feel like you guys need to witness just something amazing right in front of you. You know, I feel like you guys need to go to the theater, you need to sit down, you need to go to the biggest screen possible with the biggest and loudest speakers and just witness and experience something truly amazing, because that's how I did it. I'm so glad. The trailers were fantastic. I didn't give anything away, just like how J.J. Abrams' Star Wars did, same way as this. Let's look at the cinematography. Roger Deakins is a genius. When it comes to cinematography, Roger Deakins has proven that he is probably the best cinematographer out there. No doubt, hands down, he is. And Ryan Gosling is excellent in this film. Mostly about him, mostly the narrative and the plot is focused more on his character, and he has to solve a case. That's what I'm going to say. Harrison Ford does one of his best work in years. He is very traumatized through the events 30 years ago in the first Blade Runner, and we can see that in this film. I think he does a very good job. Although he's not in the film that much as Ryan Gosling, he does a great job in this. There is a great scene between Harrison Ford and Gosling. I'm not going to say much, but when you watch it, you might get some goosebumps. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say. And the score made me, it felt like a revisit into the Blade Runner world. It was, you know, the composer was Hans Zimmer. He does a great job in it. I only have one flaw. With the film, but it's that small little flaw that you really don't need to give much attention to. It may not matter as much, because one of the characters, I would say, maybe one or two characters, they're not utilized as much as the audience or myself especially would want them to be. I'm not going to name anybody at all. There are many people in this film. It's pretty much of an ensemble team of characters. I honestly can't find any massive flaws with this film, because there aren't any. That's why I'm trying to pick out little bits of detail. That's what I'm trying to do. But yeah, I found it very difficult to find any negativity towards this film. Seriously, do not miss us out. Do not be one of those people who miss out on a true cinematic experience, because Blade Runner, you cannot miss this out. And I'm going to say this right now. I feel like if you have seen the first Blade Runner, if you have not seen the first Blade Runner, please do go see it. Do not watch this film without watching the first one. Do not watch it and think, oh, Denis Villeneuve has directed this, I'm going to go watch it anyway. You have to watch this first one to know what you're actually getting into. This is a 163-minute film, 2 hours and 43 minutes, guys. You don't really see many films like this, and it's very rare nowadays. No wonder why the box office is not doing that great. But I feel like that doesn't really matter that much, because this is obviously a passion project by Denis Villeneuve, and he is successfully. This, in my opinion, is a big success because people love this film, and I feel like it's going to get many nominations. Many nominations. I can feel it. I'm going to give Blade Runner 2049 5 out of 5 stars. Guys, thank you so much for watching this review. It's my first review, and I feel like I should revisit the other Denis Villeneuve films because I think he deserves it. Films like Prisoners, Enemy, Arrival, and Sicario. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more, and thank you.